Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to do a tutorial on this look that you see right here. I have decided to turn myself into a holographic glittery unicorn, I guess. And I did it inspired by a look that Desi Perkins did on her YouTube channel. Let me see if I can find the Instagram picture to show you guys. So here it is. Basically, she posted this picture a few days ago, or maybe like around a week and a half, 2 weeks ago on her Instagram, and she basically did a halo eye using a very chunky craft glitter. And so I wanted to kind of do something very similar to that, and I have been wanting to use my Alchemist palette in a video for a very long time so I could do some unicorn highlighting. I also happened to recently acquired Sunset Cove, the Stila like liquid glitter, which went perfect with the whole thing. So just like everything kind of came together and I was able to do this look. I am obsessed. But let me tell you, this chunky glitter on the eyelids, not comfortable. So anyways, guys, before we get started with this video, let's go ahead and hit the like button down below in this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And let's just watch the tutorial now. So to get started, guys, I'm grabbing my MAC Painterly paint pot and I'm using my number 57 brush from Sephora collection and putting this one all over my eyelid till my brow. I'm then grabbing the Tartelette palette from Tarte, and the first shade I'm going to use is Free Spirits. I'm going to use this shade with my number E40 brush from Sigma, and I'm using it to set the primer so that everything that we put on top blends nicely. For a transition shade, we're using Natural Beauty from that same palette with the same E40 brush, and I'm putting this one in the crease onto the orbital bone, just to smoke it out and make bed for any other shades that we put on top. And I'm using it also in the inner and outer corner of the eye. I'm then grabbing the color Best Friend with my Morphe M441 brush, and I'm also putting it in the inner and outer corner and blending it into the crease of my eye, not as diffused as the first color that I blended upwards. Next, I'll be using the Tortoise Pro To Go palette, and I'm using the color Styling on this one, and I'm putting it with the Morphe M433 brush in the inner and outer corner of the eye, blending it into the crease of the eye. I'm going back to Free Spirit with my Sephora collection number 18 brush, and I'm putting the color Spirit underneath my eyebrow so that nothing that I blended upward up there gets really close to my eyebrow. With my Sigma E40 brush, I'm making sure that all these colors that I put on are looking nice and diffused, making sure that everything is nice and blended. All of these brushes are going to be listed in the description box, guys. With my Alchemist palette by Kat Von D, I'm going to use the colors Pink Opal and Ultraviolet Amethyst to do the highlight under my eyebrow. I first grabbed the pinky one and then I intensified the look a little bit with the more violet one. Going back to my Alchemist palette, I'm also using it to do the color in the middle of my eyelid. So I'm first grabbing the pinky shade with my Sephora collection shader brush, and I'm putting it all in the middle of my eye so that it blends nicely into the purples that we have there. And then I'm grabbing the second color, the more purpley color, and I'm also putting it in the middle just to intensify the look again, like I did underneath my eyebrow, but a little bit more intense. Now then I realized this was a step that was unnecessary, because when I went in with my Stila shadow in Sunset Cove, look at how pretty that swatch is and how intense it is. I put this one on and I realized that I didn't have to do the first step, but I had already done it on the first eye, so I wanted both eyes to look even, so I did it anyways. Now this one I started applying it carefully with the applicator in the middle of my eyelid, and as you can see, because it is so pigmented, it doesn't look blended at all. So I went back with my M433 brush from Morphe and the color Best Friend from my Tortoise palette, and I added the shade this shade over the edges so that it would blend in better. Now this of course makes the Stila shadow look opaque. So after I blended it all out with my Sigma E40 brush, I went back with the Stila shade and I once again put it in the middle of the eyelid. I didn't make it as broad as I did the first time, and I started blending it out with my finger and layering up till I got the desired intensity, but as you can see, it doesn't look as harsh as it did in the beginning. Now I'm grabbing my Morphe M552 And I'm grabbing the color Best Friend from the palette, and I'm putting it all over the bottom of my eye, from inner corner to outer corner. And then with my Morphe M432 brush, I'm intensifying this look again using the dark purple shadow from the Tarte palette. I wanted to have on the same effect underneath the eye as I did at the top, so I grabbed my Stila liquid shadow and I put it underneath the eyelid as well. I went in with my Sigma E30 and I used it to highlight the inner corner of the eye with my Alchemist palette. And this brush right here, I don't know what it's called, but it is a brush to do like nice detailed manicures. It was the only brush that was thin enough that I thought I could use to put eyelash glue on my eyelids. This is the craft glitter here that I used, and this is the fun part. I just started gluing the bigger pieces of glitter onto my eyelid. As you can see, I struggled a little bit. I started using the back of the brush to just kind of attach them, and I was going back and measuring so that both eyes had similar amounts of chunky glitters on the eyelids. Of course, they're not exactly the same, and I'm sorry that the screen is a little bit blurry up at some points. I went back with the brush and I tried to put some of the smaller glitter on my eyelid, but as you can see, it wasn't really attaching. So after I put some chunky glitter underneath my eyelids, I used my glitter glue from Too Faced and my Morphe M421 brush, and I put some glitter glue on my eyelid, and then I went back with that same brush and added this the finer glitter onto my eyelid. I then went in with my Stila bronzer that, as you can see, is very well loved, and I started applying it all over my face. I did skip the step for foundation, as you can see here, so I did of course do my foundation concealer, and I set it with some powder first, but I didn't want to include that in this video because I thought it would be boring. I pinched the brush and did a little bit of nose contouring, nothing too harsh, just to kind of define the nose a little bit. Anyways, I do love this Stila bronzer lots and lots. So just blended it all out. And then with my Alchemist palette, I went in and mixed in the two shades that I've been using throughout the whole video, and I did this as my highlight. I always like to start with the lighter pinky one and intensify it later with the purpley one. I think it gives it a nice effect. When the light catches this, it looks really, really nice and intense. It doesn't capture as good on the video. I did a little bit of highlighting in the middle of my nose and the cupid's bow, and I also did a little bit on top of my eyebrows. I grabbed this color here. This is from YSL. It's called Baby Doll, and this is my blush for today. As you can see, everything's very like light pink, light purple, kind of unicorn colors. So this here is an oldie but a goodie. My MAC Snob lipstick was the only lipstick pinky enough to match this look really well, that I own at least, and I put it on my lips. I then went on to lashes. I used the Perversion mascara from Urban Decay to coat my lashes and prep them for the false lashes. For falsies, I use Vegas Nay Grand Glamour lashes. These are my favorite lashes that the drugstore sells. They are so glamorous and full and thick, and they look nice, and I am obsessed with them. They're also very sturdy, and you can use them quite a few times. So not the cheapest at the drugstore, but the best at the drugstore for sure. I'm obsessed with these lashes. Lastly, I went in with this Scandal Eyes eyeliner by Rimmel London that I also got from the drugstore a while ago, and I put it all over the waterline of my eye. So now we do a little bit of setting spray from Cover FX, and we are done with this tutorial. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it inspired you. I hope that you learned something new from it. Don't forget again to like the video, and please subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye.